What's up, everybody? So we're doing a comparison video today. It's the first one on the channel. It's comparing the GTR Godzilla, the V8 C8 America Corvette. This is a 3LT 2022 Chevy Corvette that was bought brand new and is one owner. And this is a 2024 Nissan GTR, bought brand new, one owner, my vehicle. And we're going to compare them today. It's not a review, it's not test drive, it's a comparison. We're comparing both cars, which one is better. So if you were some person that was in a position to buy one of these cars, which one is a better car? Obviously, I might be a little partial to one of them, but we're gonna break it down and find out which one is a better buy. All right, so first, with the C8 Corvette, something that is the same that most people don't know about the GTR is small, not a big deal. The mirrors. I have folding mirrors also. The C8 has folding mirrors. As far as power, it is about the same. I'm at 565. I believe this is 495. As far as the drivetrain on this, it is rear-wheel drive, obviously automatic. The dynamics of it is mid-engine, and mine is front-engine, all-wheel drive. So it is gonna feel different when we drive it. It's definitely a lot different of a drive. We're gonna start it up and you're gonna hear the complete craziness of the C8 versus the AKA vacuum noise of my GTR. When you get in this thing and you just start it, it just feels like it's gonna do more for you than the GTR. So as far as the wheels, these are also 20-inch wheels. They are wrapped with the Michelin. And so as far as the brakes, just to be clear on this, so mine is 6-piston all-around brake with drilled rotors. This is a 6 up front, a 2 and a 4 non-drilled rotors. So I just want to make sure I clear it. It's like, it doesn't mean one is better than the other. It's just that it's 6 all around drilled rotors. This is not. So just to let that be clear. Overall, it's about the same length. When you drive it, you feel it's about the same size. Mine feels a little heavier. This feels lighter. It doesn't feel as heavy as the GTR. Once you get going in the GTR, you can really feel the ass of that car, just kind of as heavy. But like I said, we're gonna get in the C8, we're gonna do it, we're gonna show you the interior, we're gonna go on a POV drive, and also the biggest thing that's different about this, we're gonna get the top down. We're gonna get the top down, and that is the biggest selling point, I think, of this car versus mine. You have the freedom to go ahead and get this in convertible mode, and just it's amazing when you feel the wind on your face and you're just going at it with the V8. It's completely different than this. You do not get a GTR in a convertible ever. There's none. So we're gonna go on the inside, I'll show you around the inside, and then we're gonna go for the drive. All right, so another main thing with this situation here is that there's something else that this car can do that mine cannot. It has nothing to do with performance, but it is very, very satisfying. Another thing that you can do with this car is feel this start. Get in it. It's gonna be a little embarrassing, but like I said, I'm gonna show you the main difference between this car and why I bought mine. Now I'm 6 foot 250, and the owner of this vehicle is 6'2", but not 250. It is a tight squeeze. It is not really so much made for the big guys, but it is nice. It is more cockpit feel than the GTR. It is, I think, set up pretty good. Cup holders, the infotainment system is better than mine, I think. It has wireless CarPlay. Mine does not. It has just little things about it, like the steering wheel. Some people love it, some people don't. It's definitely different than mine. Mine's very good steering wheel, but it's kind of like old school. So yeah, I mean, we're gonna go for a drive. We're gonna put the top down, and we're gonna get going with this. All right, guys. So we're in the C8, and we're gonna go for the drive. And let's start it up here. Let's get it going. Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely different beast than the GTR. So yeah, we're gonna also we're gonna get the top down, and it's a little chilly, but just right away, just one thing just to kind of point out too that is not on the GTR, whether you like it or not, the heads-up display right there. You can turn it off, I believe, but I know the owner always drives that on. The tachometer is digital. So as far as the infotainment center, you know, it's not groundbreaking, it's not brand new and innovative, but it's not the GTR. It's better. It has wireless CarPlay. Mine does not. Mine obviously isn't as good, and you know, not to that standard, but you know, it's a pretty low bar. My car is not like, hey, let's get it because of the, you know, infotainment system and the GPS and CarPlay and things like that. It's just not like that. But we're gonna go ahead and get going. Lewis is in the car with us, and we're gonna get the top down. And again, check out Lewis's channel, Louis Z. He is definitely a way bigger channel than mine. We just still starting out. So again, like, subscribe, put comments in there. Just tell me what you think is good, what's bad about the channel. It's still in its infancy, and we're just still having fun and doing whatever. There we go. Gonna be a little chilly with the top down, but yeah, it's worth it.
We're doing this for you guys, so
definitely
on the video, please, because it's very cold out.
Yes, and we're gonna put it in Z mode. Z mode is just kind of like the track mode for it. The gauge cluster will change. There's customizable stuff like right there as far as the steering, you know, stuff like that you can tinker with if you really were going on a track with this. But yeah, let me get it going here. Actually, let me put my seatbelt on, because this thing is gonna beep. I'm not doing it for safety, I'm just doing it because I don't want to hear it.
Turn on the heated seats.
Yeah,
that's ventilated, that's heated. Now I think the top is for you and the bottom's for me.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it has dual climate control. That's
yeah, it's got dual.
It is so weird how like, I like the cockpit view of it. It's so weird how the assortment of buttons are.
Yeah.
From a passenger's perspective, from a driver, it makes sense. It's like cockpit. But from like here, it's like I kind of got to get over, kind of see what's what, and then it's like, oh, is this section mine or this? And it's just like so out of the norm of what you see on modern cars. You don't really see this anymore, so it's cool that Chevy did it, but it's just, as a passenger, it's a little weird, but still cool. Yeah, so it's definitely completely different inside than mine. So the car is not completely heated up yet, but we're gonna get going here. Let me adjust the seat a little bit. There we go. I will say it's got some nice, you know, materials like Alcantara. There's like leather wrapped dashboard.
Yeah.
It's nice kind of aluminum on the premium speakers. There's some good stuff.
Yeah.
Really good stuff to.
Also the transmission, the dual clutch, the button situation is obviously different than my GTR. You still have a shifter in the GTR. This is the button situation. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get going. Put it in drive, and I'm gonna put it in manual, so we can use the paddle shifters, and we'll get going here. Alright, now we're gonna definitely have some fun with it, but obviously this is not my car, so I don't want to do anything crazy. Yeah, we'll get out on the road and get going here. 0 to 60s, I believe 2.9 to 3.0. Quarter is about 3.5, but it just doesn't feel the same because this is a 3LT. No, it's not a Z06, or obviously not the new ZR1, which is beyond sick. But it is a good trim level for this. All right, here we go. So another thing too is that this is an 8-speed automatic. Mine is a 6-speed automatic. So like right then when I did that pull, got up to about 6th, but obviously there was 2 more left. So yeah, the gearing is a lot different. Just everything's a lot different. It's a nice Bentley coming around here.
Nice little Porsche Cayman.
Yeah, this is a not poor area.
Bentayga. It's not a Bentayga.
No, it is not. Yeah, I think you just wanted to say that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get in some back roads here. There's a turn coming up. Make our way back. Traffic's pretty busy. I think maybe we'll just cut it here and we'll catch up when we get back to the house. All right guys, so we're in the GTR. Let's start it up. Going for the POV drive with the comparison. Been in the C8. Now let's get in this and see what's going on with it. Like I said, no heads-up display. It has the data transmission right there, which I'm not a fan of. You know, that's fine, but the gauges are different. I like them. It's great. It's like the whole Gran Turismo situation. I like the setup. I know it's old. I know that this whole interior is, you know, it's almost 16 years old, but that's fine. Like I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem that it doesn't have blind spot monitoring, things like that. I like the way this car is set up. It's bigger. It's just, you know, better for me, a bigger person. No, there's no convertible top, but that's fine. So every time I start the car, just something that kind of goes through is a little system situation where it checks the transmission real quick, it checks the rear seat, it checks the oil level, and then you're off to the races. So, and then obviously this has already been warmed up on the way here, so we're good to go. Gonna put it in R mode here because I drive around in R mode like all the time. Religiously, he says. And so yeah, let's back out and get going. Rear view camera, not that awesome. Again, with the whole infotainment system and rear view camera, all of that is an afterthought. Like the
Japanese did it.
Yeah, like Lewis just said, it is not something that anybody focused on. They focused on, you know, other things, and that's good. Oh wow, I can hear that from here. There we go. It feels so much different. It feels so much different than the C8. It just really pushes you back, and you really feel it. So, you know, like I said, on paper the numbers are about the same. I have 565 horsepower. The Corvette has 495, but it just feels different. Lewis was talking about earlier how there is more body roll with my car. I agree with that. I don't think it's too terrible, but yeah, let's get going to the drive here.
Basically, like,
and there's the sun too.
Going to a maze blindfolded.
There we go. Alright guys, so we're done with the POV drive for both cars. What is the verdict? So there are a couple of things too I just want to go over that I didn't mention while we were driving it. One, nothing against Chevy. Build quality is obviously different than the GTR, but overall, you notice some things different about the cars that are what separates them. And getting back to the infotainment center situation, it's that's fine, because that should be that way, because this is a way higher production number vehicle than mine. This is in the tens of thousands made, just pumping them out at different trim levels. This is a way lower production number. This year alone is 200, so this is a 1 of 200 car. I think since 2009 there's been, you know, probably the same amount, if not a little bit less, made than 1 year of a Corvette. So it's just a totally different situation. Hand-built engine, not hand-built engine. So overall, if you were to break it down into little tiers, this is more comfortable, but that is more track focused inside. This has a better build quality. That is made for the masses. Value wise, I think they're honestly about the same. I think that when you break everything down, for a 3LT cost, you get what you get, and it's good. For this car, minus, you know, markup and things like that, out the door, it was 150, which is good for this brand new car. The way it is, I'm fine with that. It's a good value. So overall, who wins, America or GTR? But you can decide. The subscribers can decide. If you watch the video and subscribe, you know, it's whatever you guys feel. But I bought this car for a reason and not that. And I love the owner of the car, and I'm happy he's happy. But that's a wrap. Like, subscribe. I'll see you guys later.